Good morning, everyone, and welcome to session 4, Doom of Annihilation. Who's ready to die today?
The Paladin, apparently.
I will be doing everything I can to avoid that.
And, let's see. Take Gertak off the map. When we last met, you all had made it to Camp Vengeance and met the commander. And you found yourselves in a situation where he wanted to commandeer both you and your boats and send you back up north to the port to transmit to carry some wounded men up to the port so they can get some help. And things got a little tense, and Undril, she did her thing and managed to convince the commander not to have you all charged with treason and to let you go on about your way. And it is nighttime. Yes, it was in the evening when you arrived at Camp Vengeance. And it is dark. You've got the jungle, all the jungle sounds playing. And everyone is, the camp is still busy. There's roughly 20 people in the camp at this particular time, not counting the wounded. And do you want to overnight at the camp? Do you want to push on? You've completed one of your quests, which was to get Undril to Camp Vengeance.
Now, the other quest we had, which was finding evidence of the guy at the other camp, we failed at, right?
You're looking for the soulmonger. You're supposed to find Arturus Simmer, and then you have the quest of the Shield Guardian.
Yeah, find Vorn, right?
Vorn, yes.
I
And
guess. Yeah.
through your river travels, Hugh has given you the rough location of where you're going. We're born there, and it's probably two days journey from Camp Vengeance.
Vorn is where P is in the map?
Yes.
All right. So, guys, I guess we can spend the night here and then move on in the morning. What do you think?
I can see in the dark pretty well. I'm more of a night person, but I'm okay if we want to rest.
What do you
Well,
other think?
from what you know about your river travels, that side is more goblin than zombie.
Goblins are nocturnal, right?
Yes.
So we probably should leave in the morning.
All right. Then we spend the night, and I set guard first, right? I don't need to sleep the whole night.
Okay. As you're all, Undril comes and finds you and says, the commander has reluctantly provided you with sleeping quarters. And she shows you to a couple of tents that are available for your use. And the overall atmosphere of the camp is just downright depressing. And Nighttime does not make it any better.
I don't think there's much we can do right now to help that, right?
Perhaps you could sing them a song?
I'm very bad singer. Do we have a bard here?
No.
Yeah, no song for tonight then.
How about the paladin? I bet he knows some great songs. Don't see him around, though.
He's not here, I guess.
Nope, unfortunately, he's not here today.
Don't see our wizard either.
Indeed.
We don't actually have a healer with us, do we? Except, like, the priest lady who's staying at the fort.
That's correct.
They don't happen to be selling healing potions at the fort, do they?
No, they keep them all. None of you are truly wounded enough to justify them spending a healing potion on you. It's mainly for the troops and they're wounded. And
That's too bad we don't have someone who could steal the healing potions for us.
Oh, I don't really think we should upset the people in this camp. I'm not the best thief. I really don't want to try that right now.
They're all sleeping.
Well, last time I tried something like that, a person that I really liked kind of got thrown in jail. Not that it's a bad thing. It's better than me, but I just kind of don't want to go through that again.
Okay. What if we made a distraction first?
Is this the only base we have in the nearby area?
I'm just saying, I happen to have a healing potion, but, like, if the rest of you don't...
I bought one. I don't know about you guys, but
I have one.
I'm not traveling out here without one.
Okay.
uh,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
What's the worst that could happen?
well, around here quite a lot.
I understand you people had some trouble at the last camp with a little bit of a base attack.
Yeah, like some goblins tried to kill us or something.
Yeah, word travels fast. I heard about that.
Okay.
Oh, just as a side note, do I have to be added to the party sheet, or does it just not show me?
Taking care of that now.
Oh, okay.
Put you on combat. You're already on the combat tracker. And Driscoll, this is a good spot to bring you and Catherine in, where you can meet the group as they're, milling around the campfire and talking about stilling healing potions and so forth.
I always thought Gudrun was like a ranger. Now I see he's a cleric.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
My bad.
Is everyone on voice chat?
Should all be here, yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So as you all sit around the campfire and so forth and laying out your plans, you see these two individuals that look like seasoned adventurers walking over to you. And our new guys are members of an expedition that got wiped out. And they've made it to Camp Vengeance, fleeing from the zombies.
do I recognize any of them? Like maybe I saw them as we all fled the camp.
Who asked that?
It's Driscoll.
Okay. No, you do not recognize any of them.
Okay.
And these is like the only group of individuals in town who's not part of the standard guard and the like.
Correct. And this is where you're at is the current stronghold of the Order of the Gauntlet, and it's a group of knights that are trying to rid the zombie infestation from the jungle.
All right, Katarian will walk up to the group. You know, got his little swagger going on. He is got a backpack full of a bulging bunch of stuff, but is wearing only a loincloth for actual armaments and clothing. And he will just walk right up to the guys, you know, like he owns the place, be like, "What's up, guys? You know, my group had a little run-in, didn't go so well for them. Maybe you guys are better equipped, better prepared. I mean, at least you're not all naked."
Yeah, I'm just gonna, I'll walk up with them and then just kind of talk out loud about what happened at the other camp, so that these guys can kind of cue in on what happened to us as well. So it's like a common thread.
So guys, what have you faced that you are so in this situation right now, these conditions?
Yeah, you know, like I said, the last group I was rolling with, they just didn't take the situation seriously. You know, then the first one got ate by zombies, and the rest of them panicked, and it just went downhill from there.
What are your skill sets?
I like to stab things. I like to stab things a lot, but I also hear the voice of Mother Nature call from time to time.
I was at Camp Righteous also, and I just barely managed to get out. I basically hid under a wagon and kind of rode it out. Last transport out of the camp.
Okay, and what are you good at?
I like to consider myself a purveyor of things. If you needed someone like that. And I let my daggers pretty much do the talking for me.
Well, we could use some more people to help us carry our loot.
Oh,
That's correct.
Do you have a lot of loot?
We should, eventually.
Not yet.
That's not true. You have a 12-pound jug.
We have an infinite beer jug.
Yeah. Sometimes mayonnaise.
Well, I've really got nothing better to do, and you guys look like the best opportunity I've got to stay alive, so I could tag along if you don't mind.
You any good at, like, skinning goblins or digging graves?
I prefer to put people, monsters in graves. I guess you could consider myself good at that.
At the mention of digging graves, Katarian will reach into his overly stuffed pack, pull out his shovel, prop it on the ground. I'll be digging graves, you guys, all day.
All right, let's take Digger and head off then.
Would you all like to describe yourselves so everyone knows what everyone's seeing? We know one guy's naked and in a loincloth.
Yeah, Driscoll pretty much has just a pretty basic, pretty dark leather armor on, almost stained black. He's got a scar on his left cheek. Longer hair going down the back. That's about it, really. Just he's a wood elf, and he looks like he's pretty dusty and beat up at the moment and tired.
Next.
Melech is, you know, he's wearing some leather armor. He has some nice looking ram horns, red eyes. He's smiling. You know, you can see his little pointy teeth. Sort of chilling. And he's carrying a mace. Has some daggers.
Right. So Gudrun is elf. He's an elf, cleric from Pelor. He carries a pole and is more in a short sword. Normally use his light spells to support. Not much of a buffer, but yeah. Not a tanker too.
Okay, who are we missing? Anyone?
Um.
I don't think that was all 4.
All right.
Well, I think we're just missing like the wizard guy, right?
And the paladin.
Well, as far as who's not
Well,
here, yeah, there's
the
3 people
paladin
not here.
was,
But
Yeah.
was already not coming.
Everybody described your
Alright.
character, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take Runic and Marcus off, and Undril is staying behind. Okay, so that's 4 plus Hugh.
Our tank.
Okay, you all managed to settle in and spend, the rest of the night doing what you need to do, and we'll give you a long rest. And the next morning comes around,
And
you...
before we actually finish that, if I could interject for 1 second, please.
Yeah.
So during the night, Katerian will refill his own water jugs by conjuring water and offer the same service to anybody else here who may be in need of such, be it somebody within the group or just somebody in the camp as a whole.
Okay, and just so you know, this party is equipped with at least 1 rain catcher, and it's a device that catches the rain, and it does up to a couple of gallons a day.
Yeah, Katerian is not so trusting of water in a zombie-infested land, whether it falls from the sky or comes out of the ground, so he just creates his own by conjuring it from thin air.
Okay, I'll let him refill my water jugs.
Yeah, me too. Happy to that.
It's a nice place to visit, but don't drink the water.
Exactly. That's my philosophy.
It's probably why they're all depressed. That and the zombies eating them.
Okay, and one of the things that you all talked about during the night was where you're going and how to get there. It is roughly northwest of you, and it is on foot.
How many days by walking?
It's going to be at least a 2-day journey.
All right, you guys can get going then.
They don't have horses in the camp, do they?
None that they're willing to give you.
So, what do you guys think about stealing some horses?
I generally don't want to walk myself. I'd be down for that.
I think we could ask for horses, right, before stealing them.
Yeah, what do you want to do with your boats?
We'll have to leave them, right? Or sell them.
You can try to negotiate, rent, get some horses for the boats for a while.
Yeah, maybe boats for horses.
I only have 13 gold. I don't think that would buy a very good horse.
Let's try to talk to the commander, right? Maybe he accepts to deal with the boats and.
He wanted to take our boats. If you tell him we're leaving the boats, won't he, take them? Maybe we should just sort of move the boats down the river a little bit and hide them.
Yeah, it can be that too.
So, which way do you want to go? Do you want to talk to the commander, or do you want to
I mean, if you want to talk to him, go ahead, but I don't think we'll have boats if you talk to him.
Okay, let's. I will try to talk to him, but my oh boy, my charisma is very low.
I'm not the best at talking to people. I have an 8 charisma.
So, talk to the commander? Yay, nay?
Melech, what do you think?
I vote for the steal the horses idea.
If you steal the horses, we won't be able to come back here, right? So we have to do the whole way back to the city by horse.
We already finished our quest, right?
Yeah, but no, but we have to get the Vorn, right? And then we have to bring the thing to the city, right? To the guy there, and then we also have to try to destroy the whatever is causing this curse. So we're probably gonna have to come back here somehow.
Huh. I was thinking more of this as like a one-shot fort that we briefly visit and can safely like abandon after the one trip.
I'm
You really can't look at it that way. These could be allies, or these could quickly become enemies of yours.
I guess we shouldn't steal from them then.
A little bit of horse meat. I don't think we should risk it over. We may have to come back through here, otherwise we will need our boats to get out of this infernal hellhole.
So let's hide the boats and take off. It's only 2 days, right?
yeah, okay, then let's do this.
Okay, before you leave camp, Andrew meets you and thanks you once again for your assistance. And she's very grateful, and as a token of her appreciation, she gives each one of you all a single trail ration.
Woohoo.
I just arrived here, but I find your gift very courteous. Thanks a lot.
And
Thank you very much.
she wishes you all the best and hopes to see you all again.
Stay safe. Don't get eaten by zombies.
Okay. Are you all gonna make a show of setting out down the river so no one knows where you're going, or?
That was my plan.
Okay. You all are waving goodbye to everyone as you get in your boats and start going downstream. And probably half hour of river travel, you find a location that you think might be a good spot to stash your boats.
Okay, great. Everyone remember where this place is when we come back.
Now, the main question is, which side of the river do you want to stash it on? Zombies or goblins?
Zombies would be better because zombies don't steal boats.
And they're really slow and dumb.
But then
And they
how are we
can't
gonna
paddle.
cross? Because the Vorn is on the side of goblins. Is on the west side.
Truly, this is a slow-moving river. One or two characters wouldn't have any problem swimming back across if you ditch the
All
boats
right.
on the zombie side.
Okay then. Then let's tie the boats on the zombie side.
Now, the zombies can be like our boat guardians.
Okay. And I will move the "You Are Here" pin. And Driscoll and Catherine, you will see a shortcut on the Chult map right beside Camp Vengeance. And if you mouse over, it says "You Are Here." That indicator will always show you where you think that you are. You all have hired Hugh as a guide, and you are trusting in Hugh, but at any point in time, you are welcome to second guess Hugh and double check that you are indeed where you think you are.
Well, I have no clue about this land, so until I do, I will trust in you.
I'll just keep the river near me, I guess.
Well, we're leaving the river. We're going into the jungle.
No, that's it. Now I am lost.
Okay, so put you up. First day's time here.
And some of the map outside of the area that we are in shows as explored. Is that just kind of like, since it's on the outer boundaries, that's the area that's known about, those mountain ranges and the like?
The lady Sandra that hired the group to find the cause of the death curse, she gathered all known information about this land, and she had this map created. This is what people know about. This is what other maps have published parts of. It's taken from journals of adventurers who never returned to Chult, some who did and some who didn't. But this is the most complete map of what's known about Chult.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Which ain't a whole lot.
And should we assume that the areas that are identified on the map in the open are actually known about, like the city Shoku and such as that?
Yes, if they're in the unknown area, you know these cities exist, and that's where their rumored locations are.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. You all start trudging through the jungle, and also just a reminder, it doesn't matter if you're traveling on foot or if you are traveling by river. A normal rate is 1 hex per day. A fast rate is 2 hexes per day. And this is now day number 10. So you continue, through all the brush and everything associated with the jungle life. And it's hot, it's humid, it is absolutely miserable. But you continue on. And up ahead in the distance, you can hear that something big is moving through the jungle.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Let's push on.
I don't know a lot about this land, but me being the size that I am, and he kind of, brings his hand up and down his entire 3 feet of body, says, things that are normal size can be a little intimidating for me. I'd rather not run into something that is big even for you. How about we just let it pass?
What, like hide?
Yeah, I might have to.
That's one word for it.
Yeah.
Another word being just stay out of the way.
I think I'm going to make a stealth check so I can kind of blend away here and see what's coming near us.
All right, I guess we could ambush it. Let's sort of sneak behind a tree, wait for it to come.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't shared the map, have I? There we go. And off in the distance, you see the stegosaurus.
Sweet, we got our horse.
Are you good taming animals?
No, but the barbarian guy, I'm sure I've heard all barbarians are good at animal taming. So you just have him just jump right on its back, get it tamed for us. We can all have a little dinosaur ride right to the camp.
Somebody liked you.
Well, on the flip side, when you guys were in the port, the port is famous for its dinosaur races, and Stegosaurus is one of the animals that they do ride, so you know that they are trainable.
Yeah,
but
let's
you
just
said
sneak
in
up and
camp
train
they
it.
have pretty much all young ones, right? I
Yes.
think I remember you saying that in the stream. Yeah. And this does not appear to be a young one?
No, this is not a young one.
Yep, that's all I need to know. Hiding in the bushes.
Well, I don't think stegosauruses eat meat anyway. They're vegetarians.
That tail looks like it might just bash me whether it intends to eat me or not. Accidents happen. I don't intend to be one.
Yeah, these creatures are slow and dumb, but I'm fast and smart. I'm going to go in the bushes.
And
You?
he continues walking down towards you.
What do you plan to do? You?
Hugh is, well, he's not stupid. So he's hiding in the bushes.
Okay, so Gundren, why don't you take some of the dancing fruit and shoot it right into its mouth?
I don't know
And
if
then
I
we'll
can reach that.
No, you're gonna put it on the arrow, and then you're gonna shoot the arrow with the dancing fruit tied to it into its mouth. Come on, man,
What?
you can do it.
No, man, I'm not doing this. I'm
It's a
going to the
perfect
bushes.
plan.
And he continues on.
I'm trying to move.
I think we got a few bananas left. Come on, man.
Throw the bananas then. I don't have any banana. I didn't take the banana.
You have arrows. The arrows will reach farther. Just stick it right on the end of that arrow and give it a quick shot.
Dude, this is not a good idea.
Do you have a better idea?
Yes, hide and wait until he passes.
This is our big chance to see a dancing stegosaurus, man.
No, I'm fine leaving the stegosaurus alone.
All right, I'll just grab some of the bananas and I'll use Mage Hand to try to fit the dancing fruit into its mouth.
Okay, well, by then, it's over here, and you cast your spell, and you hear a sound coming from just north of you. And as you're listening, you hear not one, okay, damn it. You hear multiple creatures coming through all the dense jungle brush. And to the north of you, out from the bushes, come two velociraptors.
Oh, no. I had to run in with a
Oh,
couple of
boy.
these things a few weeks ago.
They eat bananas.
No, they will eat us.
They would
So-
also eat bananas, right?
I know, they'll eat us.
You're gonna eat us.
So, gentlemen, let's roll for initiative. And
Oops.
at this point in time, good roll, Gudrum. At this point in time, you're not sure that the velociraptors are aware of you.
Now, if I do want to stealth, do I wait till you tell me to make the roll, pretty much?
Yeah, on your turn, just say you're going stealthy and make the roll.
Okay.
And will that apply in this situation, even though at least some of us were already stealth? Do you wish just to roll it again, or how would you like to play that?
Yeah, the initial stealth would have been for the stegosaurus, so you would need another one to hide from the velociraptors.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you roll in the tower or not?
Please, in the tower. And okay, Velociraptor 13 is up first. And
So the velociraptors are like tiny little meat-eating dinosaurs, right?
Yeah, they are not the movies ones. They are smaller. They're the size of a turkey or something.
They shouldn't be too bad then.
No,
Yeah,
but I guess their bites are a hard one to take.
okay.
Yes, we could take, with 5 of us, we could take them easy, but
Okay, number 13 runs down. And Katerin, you're up if you wish to do anything.
I'm actually just going to ready my rapier in case one of these guys decides that I am over here and would make a tasty treat.
Okay. And number 2.
You know, I'm wondering if we can avoid these raptors. They may go after the stegosaurus, which would in turn probably kill them. There's no way those two things can bring down that guy.
What if we help them?
Yeah. Well.
Taking a 5-foot step. And I'm going to cast Hex on the stegosaurus.
Okay.
Let's see, how do I cast Hex on him?
Let's see.
I haven't tried. I see how the chill touch goes.
You place a curse. Let's see. He does not get a saving throw, correct? Yes, that's correct. Okay. On your actions tab, your mode.
Okay.
Let's change it to combat. And your display should be actions.
Okay, there we go.
And the little magnifying glass beside each spell, like Hex, will show you what the effect is underneath and so forth. And since, like Chill Touch, if you see the very first icon is for casting, and it will do an attack.
Oh, it looks different than last time I saw it.
Well, changing the modes and the displays. The combat actions is
Oh. I got it. Okay, the stegosaurus is hexed. So I say let's kill the stegosaurus, and then we'll take off while they're eating it. Okay. Next.
And Driscoll, you're up.
I'm gonna try to stealth, but that is like the worst roll ever.
Yes, it is.
Should stealth go in like the tower though, or is that more of an open roll?
Yes. Normally, unless I ask you otherwise, please try to remember to make all rolls in the tower.
Oh, in the tower. Okay.
Yeah. And where are you stealthing to, or you just
I'm just gonna
hiding?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of stay where I am.
Okay. And you want to ready an action in case someone comes towards you?
Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, I could get my daggers out, I guess.
Okay. And Gudrum.
Okay, so I will just ready my bow. Any of the velociraptor come over, then shoot them.
Okay, well, you know, these little velociraptors are making noise, and the dinosaur, he's trying to run down a little path. And Hugh is going to ready an action. And Velociraptor 13 runs down and tries to bite the stegosaurus. And yeah, does not make it.
And do we hear any continued sounds from the north, or does it appear these are the only two? Just, you know, Katerian being a woodsly druid finds it illogical that two velociraptors would choose to target a stegosaurus on their own, so he is a bit concerned that they are probably not alone.
Yeah, would you like to make a perception check?
Clever
Alright.
girl.
And yes, you do hear more movement from the north.
Okay, a serious Jurassic Park situation going on here.
And can I discern if it's more straight north like these came from, or I'm assuming that these guys are probably trying to push them into an ambush, so is it coming around to our flank on the east?
Actually, it's coming from a wider area. Let's say, I hate that you can't do rectangles. It's coming from there, and you can hear it coming from behind you as well.
No, about what I figured.
I have a quick question about game mechanics.
Yes.
Is stealth, is that normally a move, or would that have been my one action? I have cunning action, but I'm just wondering, is that considered a move?
No, it's mostly like a check on quietness.
Oh, okay, got it.
And the perception check there to perceive, does that take a full action, which would end my turn, or is it just basically seeing if I am aware of something's presence?
Just it doesn't cost you anything. It's you know, free action.
Okay, I will go ahead and ready my rapier again, in the same event as last time if something decides one of us is tasty. And I wouldn't have applied the effect for you. I didn't realize you were using it, or I would have done it the first time, sorry.
It's no problem. I just added it to the effects menu. And Velociraptor number 2 runs up, and he tries to bite him as well, and did not have any better luck.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Chill Touch on the stegosaurus. Let's see. I don't see whether it hit in the box there.
Yes, it did hit.
Okay.
And let's see.
And I guess it should get us extra D6 or whatever. Huh. I don't...
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage D6.
Just
And
rolled one manually. I didn't see one by hex.
9. It may fire when it comes his turn. We'll find out. I'm showing the effect on it.
Okay.
So we'll see when it triggers.
I'm gonna stay put right where I am.
Okay. Gudrum?
Okay, so I will continue ready my action, but I will be paying attention to this side here, to the north. So I will move a bit, try to keep stealth, and keep like kind of watching this side here, the north east, the big square here.
Okay.
Oh, they're saying I should have put the effect on myself, I think.
That would have made sense. Because it would have been an additional roll to the damage. Yes. So I'll delete that effect from him. Since we applied the damage, and let me turn on show results, show roll totals. Okay. And the stegosaurus is going to swing with his tail. And he hits velociraptor. Nope. He misses velociraptor number 1 horribly. And he continues his move. And Hugh is just staying put. Okay. Now we get to the movement in the trees. Which becomes now it has become extremely loud. Everyone is aware of the noise coming from the trees.
The Velociraptor 2 just moved there?
Yes, he did. My bad. And okay, that. And you see all kinds of them, and you're acutely aware that they exist. And zoom in here. Number 7 comes running down. Number 13's gonna run over and try and attack again. He does hit the stegosaurus. A little bit of damage. Number 16's coming out and down. Tyrion, it's a different world now.
It is, but at the same time, it's not. That does not actually change much for me. I will. Actually, no, I'll stay right where I'm at. No, you know what? Let me try to make sure these guys are well protected. I come up here to kind of cover Gundren, and once more ready my rapier.
Okay. Velociraptor number 2 is gonna run over. and does not get a hit. 23. Runs down and almost runs into Hugh. And seeing Hugh, he tries to take a bite out of Hugh, and yeah.
All right, continuing my attacks on the stegosaurus with chill touch. Looks like it's a hit.
Yep. And it applied the damage that time.
Nice.
And number 6 comes running down through. And sees something that is, you know, almost her size. But sees, Katerin and, oh, does hit.
Let me go ahead and
Halfway.
take that opportunity real quick. Just make sure I don't hit or possibly kill him before he does damage.
Yeah, you would have had a.
But I failed to connect.
Actually, you didn't have them targeted. And when that happens, you can drag the dice result over to the target, and it will
Yeah, I
tell
just
you.
drug the dice onto him. The downside to that is it puts the attack roll above my actual roll, where it says attack 12 at velociraptor 6 miss.
Yep. Okay, and let's see. Velociraptor number 6 did hit, and you take some damage. Number 11 coming down.
Alright, I might need some help on this with the program. So I kind of want to move diagonally and sneak attack the raptor that's on Hugh.
Okay. Just drag your token to where you want to go, and then I'll approve the move.
Alright.
And he's engaged in combat.
I think that allows me to sneak attack if he's engaged.
And
Yep, as long as you have an ally within 5 feet.
let's see, sneak attack does an extra d6 damage. Add powers. That would be stack.
Oh, I see. You're putting it on my sheet. Okay.
And that's 6.
User in your channel timed out.
I did that wrong. Okay, let's try this again. And then I want to add the effect. Effect 6.
User entered your channel.
Hello, guys.
Hey, welcome back.
Sorry, I guess I was connected for a second.
And okay,
It's okay, you didn't miss anything.
no, not at all. Okay, I applied the sneak attack effect to you.
I had to target the raptor, right?
Yes, sir, you do.
Okay. All right. And then how I roll my attack, I just double click on the dagger.
Correct, on the
Die.
+4, yeah. Why did that not?
Wow, that was a pretty low roll.
It's horrible. I roll so bad.
Okay, let's see. Velociraptor number 1. He's just coming down. 28's coming down. 8's coming through the bushes. Got drum.
All right, so I will target the Velociraptor 6. This size was here. And we use my short sword.
I noticed my attack didn't target the raptor, it looks like. I don't know what I did wrong there. I hit control click.
No, you did. If you look, your roll for the miss shows above your actual name.
Did I
Attack
hit?
7 at Velociraptor.
Oh, that's my roll. Oh, okay, sorry.
It doesn't say if I hit or not.
Yes, it's if you look right above your roll, it'll
Oh,
tell you
yeah.
if you hit.
Okay, thank you. Good. All right, so that's...
Okay, stegosaurus, and it's gonna swing that tail at number 13.
That's 2 1s in a row for that poor guy.
I know, it's horrible. And he's kind of panicked, so he's headed north into the trees.
Oh boy.
And Q, he is gonna swing at Velociraptor number 23 and not connect. And he's gonna take a 5-foot step. And number 7's coming down. And 13's gonna run up. Manages to bite him. And 16's going to run over. Put him in real square. 16's going to run over and attack. And hits him.
Oh man, I think I messed up on my turn. I was supposed to roll that second dagger.
I'm going
Yep.
to attempt to stab this guy again.
Yeah, much better roll.
We have a lot of low rolls today, it seems like.
Okay.
And then I'll step up slightly.
Okay. Velociraptor number 2's gonna run up. It manages to bite. And let's see. Neither one of you hit that Velociraptor. Gudrum did. Oh. So he's going to try to bite Hugh. Does manage to bite Hugh. And Melech, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to take a 5-foot step and use Chill Touch again. Looks like a hit. Okay, another 9 points of damage.
Okay. Velociraptor number 6 is just gonna try and bite Caterin again. Does not succeed. And is gonna move up. Gonna run over. Manages to bite him.
Okay, let me try this again. Alright. I should be able to use each two daggers, right? Because they're light.
Do they let you double attack in 5th edition? I thought they did something like goofy.
There's 2 weapon fighting on page 195. It just
Yeah,
says,
you can fight with 2. You just use your offhand as your bonus action.
Yeah.
So you're good to attack. Why is it?
You gotta be kidding me.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Are those real daggers?
I'm starting to question that.
'Cause I got some I could loan you.
Maybe they sticks.
Okay. And velociraptor number 1's going to run through shrubbery and does not bite Hugh. 28. Runs over and starts to attack the stegosaurus and then just sticks his nose up in the air and smells the air. And number 8's running over.
All right. So if I move here, do I give opportunity attack? No, right? Because it's still engaged. Or would I give opportunity attack to the 23?
Wouldn't you get 2 opportunity attacks on him?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And
Yeah, you would definitely provoke from 23 there.
Then I will not do this. Then I will just move. What?
Oh yeah, because you're moving out of the zone of 23. I see.
No, then I will just move a bit to the side, so I can still stay in the zone of both of them, right? So I don't concede any opportunity attack. And then I will keep attacking the number 6. Right, with the sword. Okay, next.
Okay. Stegosaurus isn't quite sure what the hell's going on behind him, but he's gonna swing his tail and misses. You,
This would have been so easy to tame. You can't hit
on
anything with that tail.
the other hand, manages to connect.
4.
And number 7's running across. 13's gonna hit the Stegosaurus. Sixteen misses. Tyrion.
Well, this is about the wiliest bird I've ever fought, but I'm going to try to stab him again.
Oh yeah.
And finally, a raptor falls. And we do not hear any further movement from the north, northeast, northwest domain. Is that correct?
Correct. Everything you are hearing, you see on the map.
Now I'll take my full movement and move over to here.
Okay, velociraptor number 2. And he does manage to hit. Number 23 is going to attack you. This. Melech.
Okay, I'll take a 5-foot step and use Chill Touch on the Stegosaurus. Oh, looks like I missed this one.
Number 11.
All right, let's try this again. This will be a sneak attack.
2 good hits. And then roll your damage again. Okay. Number 1, after Hugh. Oh, very good hit. I'm sorry, it's my go.
Oh, they're getting really good rolls on those velociraptors.
Thankfully, they're not on us.
And you speak too soon.
Yeah, you can probably give 2 hit points back to my target. I forgot about that. The offhand added that damage.
And Gudrum, you're up, sir.
Right, so I will target the velociraptor. I will move a bit again before 5 feet step here, and then I will target the velociraptor 23. Right. Okay.
Good hit, sucky damage. Okay, the stegosaurus can't hit shit.
He was
Now
a
that-
hit here.
It
Yeah,
said
that shows
hit.
a hit.
Sure did.
Don't cheat that poor velociraptor or that poor stegosaurus who can't hit the broadside of a barn. It's once a day to shine.
Bam!
Holy shit, that was a lot of dice.
Yeah, he does a lot of damage.
And you wanted to tame him. My goodness.
Okay, number 7's gonna come around and bites. Did you guys hear that, by the way?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, very cool.
Trying Sirenscape, and depending on what you do, it has accompanying sound effects, like a here's a fire spell. And anyway, I'm discreetly trying it out, but when you get a fumble, it does that, and when you get a crit,
Very
and when you piss off the DM, you know, I do have a nice little machine gun. All kinds of explosions. There's background music. But on the downside, it's been the hardest to configure for TeamSpeak and recording. And so, like I said, I'm bringing it in discreetly. And if you did not know, on TeamSpeak, if you right click on any member, you can adjust their volume higher or lower.
nice. Thank you. I didn't know that.
That could come in handy.
Absolutely. And number 16 is, nope. Hey, Catherine, you're out
And
there.
just to be certain, since I've kind of moved myself over to the edge here, I also do not see anything else. Not only could I not hear it, but I also don't see anything further on the northeast and east, correct?
Correct.
So I will move back down here and attempt to stab this little fella.
All right. 5 foot step to the right. Do I get an opportunity attack?
Yes, he would take one.
Okay, I won't do that then. All right, 1 sec. I got my. I'm just gonna attack the stegosaurus. Got the handyman guy coming, so be back in a second.
Yeah, no problem. And while we're waiting on him, yeah, Sirenscape. It's $10 per month, and that's for the complete package. But they have several hundred sounds in both fantasy and sci-fi and urban environments. And some of them, of the sound packs, they have actually recorded some of the voices from a couple of the adventures.
Yeah, it's a great little tool.
But it's been a bitch to set up the sounds. Alright. We'll just skip him for the time being. Number 16's going to... He does not connect. Okay, Driscoll.
All right. I'll move there and sneak attack the number 1.
Got 2 good hits.
Good.
And I just rolled a D4 for my other dagger since I can't count the bonus, and that's just 2 damage, I guess.
Yeah, well, we're,
I think he might be dead.
yeah, he's, definitely dead. And while we're there, want to add a weapon.
You're writing it for him?
Yeah, I'm giving him an offhand dagger.
Okay, cool. I was just writing instructions on how to do it, but that's cool.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how to add that stuff yet. I need to learn how to do those formulas and everything.
And oh, that's 1d4, not 1d6.
So the one with the bomb is if I throw it.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, got you. I'm new to all this Fingal technology. I'm used to graph paper and a pencil.
Now, under your actions tab, you have a dagger offhand.
Okay, cool.
And shit, that applied your bonus.
Yeah.
It shouldn't. So let's just do this. And that gives us the 1d4. Okay. And he's dead. 28. He's going to fight the velociraptor. For 8's going to come in and try and bite Hugh. Hugh takes a little bit of damage. Gudrum, you're up.
Right, so I will move. move a bit here. And I will target Velociraptor 28. Then I will I will cast Sacred Flame as a cantrip.
Okay.
I just have to click on the cast icon, right?
Yes, you have him targeted.
Yeah. All right.
And he succeeded against his saving throw.
Oh. Okay.
Which, yeah.
Okay, that's all.
No
It doesn't
damage.
take no damage. Yeah. Right.
Okay, the stegosaurus is gonna swing out at 28 with his tail and lands a
Bam.
Oh
critical
shit, this is gonna be
hit.
crazy. He might break 50.
Boom!
Oh.
Must have got a bad roll, but that's still insane. I think he would have dropped any of us, except maybe you.
Yeah, we definitely should not mess with him. That tail's nasty.
And he's gonna come down here and he's dragging the corpse of that velociraptor on his tail with him. And you manages to hit number 8. Okay, number 7's. Yeah, he's dumb. He's just gonna continue against the stegosaurus, and you know, he's doing pretty damn good. Number 13 runs up and wow. 16, on the other hand, has become aware of the activity in the trees, and he comes up and tries to bite Gudrum, and does not connect.
Well, it looks like the boys on the bottom got things under control. So I will come over and assist Gudrun.
Thank you.
And then I'll finish my move up to there.
And Velociraptor number 11 gonna run over and attack our old buddy Hugh, and manages to hit Hugh.
All right, I will continue trying to protect Hugh.
I'm back.
If you want to move your token, and then I figured you were gonna chill touch.
Yeah, that was the plan.
So chill touch the stegosaurus twice.
That's pretty cool.
I'll be doing another sneak attack here.
Just for your future, Driscoll, if you roll an attack, especially if it crits, make sure you roll the damage before you roll the next attack, or it will clear the crit. You could also hold down shift and do it, but generally speaking, that's the best way. And just in case you didn't know as well, when you're making that offhand attack, you don't have to make it immediately. Like, you can stab somebody and then move or whatever before you make that second attack.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool. Wait, did I crit?
Yep.
Oh, I did. Oh.
Nice.
I thought you had to roll a natural 20. Okay.
You did roll a natural 20. 20 plus 4, 24.
Oh, I see it. Oh, wow. All right. Best roll of the day for me then, probably. So should I roll the hit and then roll the damage for that hit and then do the next one and then do
Yes,
the damage?
exactly.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Especially
okay.
because, I mean, for one, if it's a crit, or for two, you may kill it with your first swing, and
Right,
then may want to
okay.
move to something else for your stab again.
Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. I think that one might be pretty dead. I just wanted to make sure in case you guys wanted the pelt or anything.
Don't want him running away later. I feel it.
Okay, Gudrum.
All right. So I will target the 16. Try to hit with my sword. Okay.
Nice roll.
Dead. One less. And then I can still move, right? Yeah, no, I was...
Yes.
okay, I will stay here.
Okay. Stegosaurus is gonna swing his tail. And does hit the velociraptor.
Wow,
Whoa.
it's pretty damaging.
Oh. You attacked a dead one. No wonder it gave him advantage.
Much like Driscoll, you likes to make sure things stay dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's clear off all the dead people.
I really hope that Stegosaurus doesn't aggro us if he's pissed off after this.
Why would he be mad?
Yeah, it's not like our warlock's been shooting him in the face for the last 7 rounds.
Yeah, for that.
Yeah. That's probably not a good...
We've almost got it.
I mean, on the plus side, he's only mad at the warlock. I say the rest of us run. I'm going to employ a little magics in hopes that after we mop up the velociraptors, it will be sufficient to scare off Mr. Stegosaurus instead of angering him. So I'm going to create some fire underneath of Velociraptor 11. And there is now a burning bonfire there.
Okay, I'm going to use the chill touch on the Stegosaurus again. Oh, missed.
Okay. Yeah, he's kind of pissed.
Oh, awesome. You have a little fire effect. That's fucking awesome.
How did you program create a bonfire? I didn't even know you could do that. Is that like an action or something?
Yeah, it's one of the spells that was brought in. It was originally brought in Elemental Evil, that book, I think, but it's also in the Zenithars.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So, needless to say, he is going to move. And he's gonna take a bite out of Hugh.
I feel like I'm Hugh's bodyguard. Okay, I'll go there for a sneak attack.
No, you won't.
All right, I'll roll offhand damage.
All right.
Oh yeah, it's per attack. Okay, so I guess I could choose to do a sneak attack on the offhand. It's one attack. Okay.
Gudrum.
All right.
It is possible for Hugh to die, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so first I will move a bit.
And, Hugh looks like he's been in a fight, but, he's a tough old bird.
Yeah, I just don't want our guide to go down.
Okay, and then I will target Velociraptor 11 and cast Crooked Flame again. Oh. Okay, Move on. I guess you should be ready because this thing gonna move against us.
You guys should have been attacking it too.
And yeah, let's see. 11. 11's still alive.
Yeah, I'm actually pulling for the
So-
stegosaurus, but
He's gonna take a 5-foot step and just squash the body. You does not connect. 7 is dead.
oh, Hugh.
I'm gonna go ahead and recreate the bonfire underneath 11. But he manages to get out of the way. But it still will serve the purpose of hopefully deterring the stegosaurus, so I'm okay with that.
Cast Chill Touch on the stegosaurus.
And number 11 is just gonna take a quick snap at Driscoll and does manage to hit. Hey man, you're bleeding more.
Yeah. All right, usual for me. Take that.
Killed my
Yeah, I'm done.
dinosaur, man.
Yeah. I guess I'm done then.
It's up to you to finish him off, Gudrun.
You know, I will move. I'm out of this. Let this thing go away. So I'm moving here, and I just ready my action. How do I? Okay. How do I can click here, right? Okay, that's all. Can you move my token?
Yeah, sure can.
Thank you. I'm not messing with this thing with so many dice of damage.
Well, it's pissed, to say the least. And
Oh, shit.
yeah, it's a coming.
Yeah, I see where that's going to go now. I might have to push Hugh in front of me.
Oh fuck.
And he comes forward and he swings his tail at Hugh.
Yeah, there goes our guy.
Boy.
Oh, boy.
And Hugh takes some damage.
Oh, shit.
And
It's still good.
Hugh swings back.
I'm probably going to have to burn him down now.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to. I'm gonna go ahead and move my bonfire over again underneath Stegosaurus.
Okay. And he failed. Rawr.
And I'm just gonna move all the way on back.
Sure, just start shit and run away.
Gonna cast Chill Touch. Yeah, looks like a hit.
Yep, sure was. And Driscoll, you're up. Just leave you to die.
Yeah, I'm gonna move out to there and ready my bow.
Okay.
I'm not getting anywhere near that tail. That thing will kill me with one shot.
All right. So I will move here next to Driscoll. I will cast again Sacred Flame on this. Oh.
Oh yeah, how do we know his reach? I assume it probably is 10 foot. I didn't even think about that.
Actually, he's got a 5-foot reach. If you didn't know it, when you mouse over the stegosaurus token, it's going to show you a shadow box.
Oh,
and
he's
that's
got a
the
radius.
secondary.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see. All right, thank God. All right.
And let's see. Yep. He is
You know, it's
still
interesting
in
that
the
you
way.
mentioned that because it does not shadow box for me. It does for all the PCs, but not for you or the Stegosaurus.
Ah.
Yeah, he's got. I can see on my screen he's got an orange box, so it must be something weird.
So it just shows me the monsters.
Yeah, probably so.
That range. And he did manage to hit Hugh.
Ah man, he's going down.
Oh my gosh, you guys just abandoned poor Hugh.
I'm not standing in the line of that thing.
And Hugh, yeah, you just let's advance the combat tracker first. And you just lets fly with his battle axe and misses, and he is going to step the hell away, which would provoke.
Ah. Oh boy.
Okay, Caterin.
Well, I can't let our guy die.
Period.
And then move back again. It actually should have happened on the Stegosaurus' turn since he did not move, but he would take the damage for standing in the fire.
And what's the damage on that?
He has to make the save, which he failed, and that's just a D8.
Yeah, you got it.
And that's my turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move back and cast Chill Touch.
Are there combat? Is there any rule for like line of sight with trees in the way? Like if you shoot someone, is there a negative or anything?
You do have the cover rules and the partial cover.
I imagine that he may not. He's probably well from where I'm standing. I probably got a clear shot. But...
Yeah.
Crit.
Okay, hit him.
All right.
Uh,
I'm gonna fire my bow. Yeah, not enough. That's it for me.
yeah.
We have to track our own ammunition, right?
For like arrows and so forth, you really don't. I assume that, you recover your arrows and so forth.
Okay.
Periodically just spend a couple of gold pieces replacing them. Magic ammunition, however, you do track. Once it's shot, it's gone.
Okay.
Right. So then I will use my bow, try to finish him.
I hate you.
Oh! Yeah.
Woohoo.
Oh man. Ooh.
Oh boy. And there is a stegosaurus.
You couldn't have given me one more attack.
No, no.
And guys, this is a really good place. Let's take 5.
All right.
All right.
All right. Rather lucky.
That's why we picked him. He's an aggro magnet.
So, we now have one dead stegosaurus.
Sweet. We can take its hide and make some armor for the barbarian there.
I'm going to look at the horned devil, and I'm going to ask him why he felt the need to incur his wrath on this this poor beast that was just trying to go about his business, and almost get us killed in the process.
What? This was clearly a dangerous threat to the party. You see how it smacked
Only
the poor
after
heel?
you chose to attack it. Had we just let it go about its business, everything would have been fine.
We're just lucky the velociraptors distracted it before it could enact its evil will upon our party.
It's a beast. It has no evil in it at all, unlike some people, apparently.
What? It's just because it has like a tail you like it? I don't know. But it
Well,
looked
you have
pretty
a
bad
tail,
to
and I'm
me.
not particularly liking you.
Huh? It's a judgment call. I did suggest we try to train it first, but it didn't seem like you or anyone else wanted to, so...
I'm just
You
gonna
don't just
step.
walk up to an adult dinosaur and say, hey, you want to be friends?
Well, I mean, that was my first suggestion, but no one wanted
I
to be
didn't see
friends.
you volunteer to go do it.
I did try to feed it.
Not with real food. You tried to poison it.
Okay. So, you have a dead dinosaur. As Driscoll mentioned earlier, meat's back on the table.
All right.
Well, it appears obvious that the party is not interested in the well-being of said stegosaurus, so I will leave them to do the butchery as they see fit. I will go around and check each of the velociraptors and see if any of them are still breathing to be salvaged.
No. You're not finding any velociraptors that are on death's doorstep. They are beyond the point of saving.
So how big are their heads? Are they like really big? Like they could like make a hat? Or are they like smaller hand size faces?
You remember Jurassic Park when they had to hide from the little foot-tall creatures?
The compies. Yeah, the
Yeah.
compies.
So you could potentially make a velociraptor a hat or helm, right?
Oh man, I think I could feel the druid like getting angrier even from where I'm standing.
But shouldn't you use every part? Wouldn't it be wrong to waste an animal that you've hunted?
Wouldn't it be wrong to massacre an entire herd of velociraptors and a stegosaurus just because you can?
They were looking at us funny.
They weren't looking at us at all. Till
I
you
said I
started
saw a
blasting at them.
glance.
Okay.
So how are we looking on the hat issue, though? I mean, is it like hat sized or?
It's going to take, 2 or 3 of them and a little bit of sewing. But yeah, in a couple of days' time, you'll have had the opportunity to create your velociraptor hat.
Okay, I'm gonna work on that. See if I can
And
put something together over the next couple days.
please create a inventory item so I do not forget that you have a velociraptor hat.
Okay, great.
Okay.
And how
Uh,
much meat would be reasonable to garner here? There's no way I could carry it all, but I certainly will not just leave it here and contribute to waste. So I will take as much as is reasonable to carry.
well, I was thinking about that.
Maybe we
How?
could smoke some of it.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, I
Five
mean,
day,
there's the
5
consideration here
days
that I'm
for the
not trying to
party.
cook it or anything because I don't want to be here when the bigger things decide, hey, there's a free meal over there. I just want to slice off some pieces real quick, how much meat I could reasonably carry, and then I will cook it at a separate location. I mean, I'm a reasonably strong dude. I can carry a good 30 pounds of meat without any problem. So that's what I'm looking for, is to see if I can get, even like a set of ribs or something that I can get in one solid piece, so it's much easier to carry than having 300 smaller pieces of meat. I mean, depending on weight, I mean, hell, I could just take an entire velociraptor. I'm not sure how big they are, but I could just take an entire one. That would probably be reasonable.
Yeah, you could do that. Velociraptor would, at least give you a couple of days, or if you want to go for like 5 to 10 days, you could carve out a rather large chunk of the stegosaurus.
No reason to give up on the free meat. Looks tasty.
I'm thinking that if you take the time tonight to actually cook it and smoke it and turn it into jerky or whatnot, y- you know, everyone could walk away with at least 10 days worth of rations.
Let's do that. Let's cook it.
Yep, that is what I will do. I can't speak for the rest, but like I said, I'll carry 30-ish pounds of stegosaurus. I've got an extra sack. I'll toss it in there.
Yeah, ask Q if he sees any plants around that look like maybe little cranberries or something that could season it.
Okay, let's see. Vegetation.
You want the best possible tasting stegosaurus when you have one.
He points out,
Maybe some Queen Anne's lace. Those are pretty spicy.
yes, he does point out a plant that would be suitable to season stegosaurus.
Great. I'm going to give him a 1 gold piece tip.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Glad to do it. I'll make sure and point out other things.
Great. Great work with that stegosaurus dragon thing.
Nah, he's nothing. Hour in a day's work. Gets the blood flowing.
Yeah, I couldn't believe all these other guys running away. But there you were, brave and true.
Yep.
Holy smokes.
Like I said, it's just a great way to start the day. It gets the blood flowing, but, unfortunately, it just flowed right out of me. And
Like him.
he walks over and starts helping with the butchering of the stegosaurus and so forth. Then you all get your meat, and when you're ready, it's midday right now.
So it's one night passed over, or it's still the same day?
It's still the same day.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to smoke your meat this evening.
All right. Guess I'll chuck my fedora now that I have a better hat. Unless Hugh wants it.
No, Hugh will pass.
Do I have to add that meat to my literally add it to my inventory, or is it just something we just know we just have?
Put it in the party inventory.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I can
Okay.
I can do that.
Right. So I believe that all 4 of us got the meat, right? Enough meat to do some rations, I think. Is this correct?
And
Yeah.
yes,
Right.
for 10-day meats.
Hugh, are there any parts of the dinosaurs that sell well in town we should carve out?
Tail spike, maybe? Like a tail spike?
Yeah, well, I don't know, because, dinosaurs are kind of common in the city because of the dinosaur races. Bringing back a live dinosaur is worth more than bringing back a piece of a dead one.
Oh, well. So I'd find out. Nothing like trophies.
Absolutely. Okay, so you set out, and at noon at the dinosaurs. Okay, and throughout the next little bit, some experience points for that.
I'm betting the stegosaurus had a few.
Okay, dinosaur encounter.
And I will be keeping notes of all the beasts that we face so that I can know what forms will be available to me for shapeshifting. So if we happen to see anything flying or any other, dinosaurs or monkeys or whatnot, if you could let me know so I can note those down, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, not a problem. Okay, why will you not let me add you? And I need to add a stegosaurus. Sorry for the delay, guys.
Sure did have a good hit with its tail.
And no spoilers, but this was a boring encounter with the dinosaur.
I think we got really lucky there. Like, we finished the raptors off just in time.
Yeah, and the raptors, they took some bites on the stegosaurus. I think he has quite high hit points.
One stegosaurus. Okay. Add that to the party sheet. And have some experience. Take off people who are not here. Marcus is not.
Yeah, they missed out on a lot of experience.
Ronick. Okay. Pattern, Driscoll, Gudrum, Melech. Not enough to level you, though.
And can you would I have just been starting at exactly even EXP for level 2?
No, you would, you've got the same, for simplicity's sake, you've got 719 total right now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's taken care of. And let's see. Okay, Hugh has got some damage.
Oh, I'm clicking. I'm sorry, I clicked by mistake on the effect and then twice on the blinding. Can you take out? How do I take out?
Oh, something misfired, and Gudrum
Thank you.
is blinded twice as bad now.
I'm blind for 2 lives.
Okay.
Thanks.
And to recover hit points, he can roll up to his maximum hit dice to recover, correct?
As long as we take a short rest, yep.
Okay. And let's start by giving everybody a short rest.
I will go ahead and spend 1 hit dice as well if we're going to rest.
You don't get your spells back on a short rest.
Only warlocks.
Oh, warlocks do?
Yep.
And a wizard.
Wizards have an ability, so do land druids, but they don't get them back automatically.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give myself back the spell then.
They should do it automatically if you've got your warlock configured.
And it did.
So to recover, do I roll that die in my HD window?
Yes. And that will spend 1 hit dice, which you regain half of your total hit dice on a long rest. Damn, we on a roll today.
Sweet.
Yeah, we got to get Hugh patched up here.
Yeah, he healed himself up a decent bit. I can't really do anything else for him.
Yeah, you know, he's feeling better.
I guess we could heal him each time we camp.
I could cast Curioons on him, right? He already half of the day anyway, so I'm gonna take a long rest.
Hugh right now, he's like, guys, I'm fine. You know,
All right.
Save it in case we really need it.
As you wish.
This is the jungle, man. There's not a quickie mart right next door.
Don't get out of the boat, man.
Okay, and it continue on, and you set up camp for the first night. Well, it starts getting dark. Do you wish to camp, or do you wish to press on?
You guys have to camp, right? You have to smoke the meat.
Well, I'm definitely voting to camp. I do not see in the dark.
I can see fine, but you know, if we want to smoke some meat, patch you up a little bit more, that would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
You all set up camp and start your campfires and start your meat processing, cutting it into strips and hanging it over the fire to dry and whatever else you do. Meat. And, you know, we can even go back to and the night passes.
Got my little hat fixed up.
Yes, you smoked your meat. You're sewing your little hat, spending time, and it's decent enough to wear, but you're gonna have to spend more time on it if you want to make it a really cool hat. Okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep working on it.
How do you do emotes in the chat? Is it /EM or something?
Yes.
Yeah. And if you didn't know, if you just do the / in the chat, it'll bring up a list of all the available commands. Okay. This is now give you all a long rest. And with the long rest, you recover how many hit points?
Max by default.
I think it's all of them, yeah.
Okay.
I was just reading on that.
So that would bring Hugh up all the way.
And then he would also restore half of his total hit dice.
What?
What?
I don't understand the hit dice versus hit points thing.
Hit points is your health. Hit dice is basically how many dice you have to spend because of your level.
Yeah, like if you rest, you get to roll one, or you get to roll as many as you want, but you don't get them back, so you can't like heal anymore by natural things.
Okay. Like,
So on the main sheet of your character sheet, at the bottom, you've got HP, you got wound, max temp. That max, that's your maximum hit points. Below that, you have HD, that's your hit dice, which are what you can spend on a short rest to heal.
Yeah.
But you only get half of those back when you take a long rest. So if you have 2 and you spend them both on a long rest, you now have 1 back. But that's what we did earlier, where me and Driscoll, as well as you, spent our hit dice to heal ourselves without needing to use spell slots on a short rest.
Yeah.
oh,
So now we get those back.
So in a short one, I can roll this HD thing.
Yes.
Okay, now I get it.
Do I have to put those back, or what triggers that die to go back?
When he does a long rest, it will do it automatically.
Oh, okay, got you. All right.
All right, it's nice to see you back up and running again.
Top of the morning to you, fellows. I feel excellent.
I'm glad to see you're looking better, sir.
Absolutely. Let's go find this shield guardian of yours.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's finish up our stego bacon. Head off.
So how much rations do we get with this?
Wasn't it like 5 days worth of food for the party?
Let's see. Inventory. You all took advantage of the opportunity, so I know you carried as much meat as you possibly could. So each one of you all gets 10 days worth of rations.
Awesome.
So if you will, yeah, you can drag an entry off the party sheet. Or if you modify your record, just let me know and I'll delete one of them.
Okay, I modified mine.
I'll modify mine. I don't trust my dragging skills.
Modify mine.
Okay. That takes care of all the extra meat. Okay. You break camp in the morning and set out. And for the first half of the day, you know, the sun's coming up. The jungle is a completely different place in the daytime, and the brighter it gets, the more activity you see and hear in the jungle. You encounter a couple of monkeys, but these just watch as you pass by, and you continue. And you know, this is.
Okay, great.
Let's see, you camped. Night, you camped. That started day 10. This would be day 11.
What's it, like 70 days left for our patron dies off or something?
Somewhere around there. And you continue on, and surprisingly, you don't encounter anything. And you're just continuing coming through the trees. You do see a couple more stegosauruses off in the distance, and
Dinner.
you get the feeling that you know there's a lot of damn dinosaurs in this country. And
Yeah, I actually like that. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to try to walk up to them and say hi, but it's cool to know that they are there.
Yeah, you know the jungle is always an interesting place, deadly but interesting. And pull up stories. Okay.
We're closing in on the space.
Yes, the journal that the prince had given you, the merchant prince. Um, as you're getting closer, over the past 2 days, you've taken the opportunity to reread this journal. And, it describes a wizard's journey of various places in Chult, but he doesn't give enough detail to locate them on the map. The unnamed author uh, does talk in his journal about his only travel companion, the shield guardian named Vorn. And the journal contains a picture of Vorn's control amulet, but it doesn't provide any clues to where the amulet is or was. And once again, Watanga has offered you a spell book containing 15 spells. If you'll find and retrieve the construct and its amulet.
Yeah, none of us are wizards, but it does sound like with self we're pretty good.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on it right now. I don't actually have any interest in it myself, but if somebody in the party could use it, then that's fine. If not, like you said, maybe so.
Yeah, and it's overall it's worth checking out because you're exploring the territory anyway to find any kind of clues for, the soulmonger. But as you continue through the trail, up ahead, standing next to some rocks and ferns, is an 8-foot tall statue. It's humanoid, and they didn't give me a picture of him, bastards. Is an 8-foot tall statue. It's humanoid in shape. It has fists made out of bronze, iron joints, an adamantine breastplate, and an iron helm that has slits in it for eyes. And the rest of the statue is made from sculpted wood, reinforced with bands and rivets of adamantine. And scattered around its feet are offerings of food, feathers, and colored stones and skulls.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do we have any like skulls left from the goblins?
No, you didn't bring any goblin skulls with you. Ah, yes.
Is there any animals around that have skulls like nearby?
But that is what you see.
So
Oh,
That's a golem. I say we steer clear of that thing.
you're not gonna give it its toll? It's clearly a toll golem.
I
So
don't know.
what's in front of it? He said like colored bits of like cloth and skulls.
Yes. There are offerings of food, feathers, colored stones, and skulls.
Can I make a perception check?
Yes. And what are you trying to percept?
I just want to see if it's like I want to look around the base and see if it's moved or if there's like if you can see where it's like skid marks or like tracks or any signs of movement that it like recently that it hasn't always been in that position.
You do not see any signs of recent movement. You can see signs of where it moved to its current location, but it's walking and it's stopped.
Oh boy. Okay.
But grass has grown up around it. There's moss, and this thing has not moved for a while.
Okay.
Druids are good with golems, right?
So do you think
Golems aren't natural.
do you think those skulls are dolls or are like victims of Guardian?
Your first impression would be maybe something's paying tribute to it. And anyone who can make a wisdom survival check.
All right.
Right?
Okay. Melech and Gudrum, you're kind of oblivious. Driscoll, you do see, you find other footprints in the dirt. Widening the search around the statue. You see evidence of activity, and you're finding footprints of goblins, grunge, and veggie pygmies.
Okay. So less intelligent life forms, basically.
Yes, and you notice that there is some grass growing around this golem and so forth, but the armor is polished. um, the part of the jungle where it stands, the jungle vines and the creepers have been cut back. Somebody's been landscaping this area.
Yes, they're obviously worshiping this thing. Interesting.
And you're going to tell the group what you found?
Oh yeah. Hey guys, look. There's a lot of tracks over here. It looks like small humanoids. Everything from goblins to pygmies. And it looks like they've been clearing the area out and visiting this on a routine basis.
Okay, shall we try to go around it somehow? Is it possible?
Okay. I'm gonna take some wood and carve a little sign, and I'm gonna write in Goblin, give tribute to my favored one, and then draw a little picture of myself, and then use Mage Hand to carefully place it on the golem.
I like it. Does anybody have Arcana?
I do.
Why don't you roll it?
I have it also, but my intelligence sucks.
Okay, Driscoll.
What?
Very good roll, by the way.
Oh boy, great.
You recognize this statue as actually being a shield guardian.
Oh.
You know what, fellas? I think that's a shield guardian. I recognize this thing.
Like from the book?
Don't ask me how, but this looks very familiar.
So once we get the amulet, we get a golem?
Yes. Now, Hugh starts bitching about goblins. He hates them. He hates the smell. It's bad enough being in goblin territory.
Well, I guess we should move on then.
Searching searching the area around the Shield Guardian, Vorn, you don't find the amulet.
Yeah, these things should have some sort of master's amulet that controls them, but I don't see anything around here.
Can we
Yes.
lift the golem, or is it too heavy to carry?
It's too heavy to carry.
Even for a barbarian?
Yeah, I think
You may be
this is-
slightly underestimating the strength of, or overestimating the strength of your barbarian.
Yeah, this is
Alright.
I believe this is a very large constructed thing that I don't think we're gonna be able to budge this thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's very large.
Yes.
Only we had a stegosaurus to pull it.
The point is, if like according to the quest, right, there's an amulet to control it. So we could maybe search around, and maybe one of the things that are like with the food, like that there might be goblins.
So you think the goblin stole the amulet?
Maybe
Someone's got to have it because he's not moving. So
there's
Well,
no
this
moving.
isn't the
Yeah,
place we were going to, though, right? Wasn't that a bit further on? Oh, was this the spot?
On the player map pinned.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up there. It's evening time when you get there,
can we try
Okay.
to?
so it is
it
getting
possible?
dark.
Is it possible to follow the steps that our friend found around it? So maybe we know where they went through.
Well, you can see that the majority of the tracks go that way, and you know some about this area. He talks about there's a tribe of Batari goblins that make their home up that way, and it's at least 2 to 3 days journey.
How many goblins are in a tribe, Hugh?
A lot.
Like 20 or 100 or 300 or?
Hold on, I'll give you a better answer to that question. Okay. And Hugh says, no one's ever really done a census, but typical clans generally run, anywhere from 20 to 40 males, and that's not counting female goblins and children.
Are the females and children combat capable? Are they something that would be a consideration?
Some of the females could very well be a consideration.
The children are biters, though.
Oh, that is quite a lot of goblins, but properly laid ambush to thin them out might be worth it. If nothing else, it may be worth just scouting to see if maybe we can deduce if they actually have it.
Hey, why don't we have our druid shapeshift into a goblin, nip into camp, and find out what's there?
Yeah, I think.
Katerian
this right-
just looks at you like you lost your mind.
I'm not
I
sure
think
he
we
could.
could at least check it up, right? Maybe we can just see what's going on there, and then if there is not that many, we can sneak in.
Yeah, you could just, goblin in, walk around a little bit, check it out.
Sure, he can turn into a goblin. Is that a real thing, or?
No, the horned devil apparently took one too many blows to the head at some point in his past.
Well, just turn into a monkey then. They won't care about monkeys, right?
Have you seen me turn into anything?
You just sort of looked monkey-ish, so I assumed.
And you know what? Assuming gets you. I am not capable of shape changing. I'm not sure what druid you've met in the past, but apparently I am not that druid.
Hmm. I'm sure we
Okay.
have someone else who can sneak in, right?
That appears to be a no. So I'm gonna agree with
So
Gudrun and say we should just scout it out from a distance and see what we're looking at.
I guess I could try to.
Well, it's like I said, it's 2 to 3 days journey, and it does take you back northeast toward the port.
We should probably stick toward that V on the map, fellas.
what's the V?
Now, the V is Vorn where you're at.
Yeah,
Oh.
we don't really have any other clues at this point.
Okay, so the pin, the green pin here, and the V are actually in the same place.
Correct.
Oh, okay,
Right.
got you.
Okay, that was a bit confusing. All right. Okay, then let's at least check it up the village, right? The tribe.
I guess we could turn northeast then.
Yeah,
Besides, we've probably already thinned out a lot of the goblins on our trip down the river.
Well, Chult is a very big land, and there are multiple tribes of goblins, so I wouldn't get too cocky on that. And
let's at least try, right? Because there's not any other. Don't know anything else about this place. So let's give try and check it out. Maybe we don't need to engage. We can try something different.
give me just a second. I'm looking for a story entry.
So, is this a level 2 area, or how does that work nowadays?
In this adventure, they pretty much designed this thing, so there's no plot, there's no central
Like story?
path.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know, hey, here is a book of locations. You start at the port, but you know, depending on who you meet at the port can influence which way, you know, you can sail around the island and come in different ways. You would know that, you know, there's a pirate cove rumored to be somewhere on the island and so forth. The different areas have more like different encounter ratings.
Okay.
Where you're at right now, really, it could be, you know, 1 to 6. So it is, and out of game for a minute, it is very likely that you can find yourself in an overmatched encounter. Running away is an option.
Okay.
Okay. Finally. You continue. Well, you're there for it's getting dark. Do you want to set up camp there? Do you want to make some headway and start actually headed toward Yell Yark? And that is YELLYARK.
That's the name of the goblin town?
Yes.
I'm okay with making camp and working on my velociraptor cap. The rest of the people are.
I'm actually thinking we probably should not rest right near Vorn. These tributes would imply that it gets at least a reasonable number of visitors.
I agree.
We could
I
waylay
agree.
them.
But at least let's move a bit. Like, move. Let's take another 1 or 2 hours walk, and then we.
Okay.
And just to point out, well, I'm just going to ask a question. What does finding the control amulet have to do with the soulmonger?
I was just thinking of selling the goblin or the golem for money.
Oh, yeah. from what I know about shield guardians, that's a whole mess of trouble with that amulet. You got to attune it, I believe, and all sorts of crazy stuff, and it's not good to separate it, and it's not good.
Yeah, I don't know much about shield guardians, but if you can control that thing, it will be quite helpful, huh?
Take it to town, sell golem rides.
Well, I think if you get rid of the amulet, some bad stuff happens.
Now, just so you all make a fair decision, Hugh points out that Mbala is kind of south of you, and Mbala is Mbala is supposedly it's ancient ruins, and if you're looking for treasure and or maybe information, Mbala might be a better place to go than the dwarves or the goblins at Yelyark.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Can you repeat?
Mbala is it's a ruined city, and it may be a better place to go to find treasure and or information than going to the goblin town.
Hey,
How many
Hugh.
goblins would it take to lift a golem? Like if you were to enslave them?
I wouldn't know without doing further research on that.
Does Hugh know what kind of goblins are at that city? Like, are there different clans? Does he know the
Okay,
clan?
Hugh is going to tell you what he knows about the goblins at Yelyark, and
He might be right about Mbala being a better spot.
Yeah.
Maybe we could make a little map and sell the location of the golem.
If you think that the control amulet would be in the goblin possession, you could always hit it on the way out and pick up some quick cash.
There were pirate ships we could possibly obtain elsewhere, you said?
Yes. And Hugh even tells you that to the southwest, there on the map, Gothica Bay, there's tons of pirate activity there. As far as the goblins, it's the home of the biting ant tribe of the Batari goblins. They wear stylized wooden ant mask, and they mark the perimeter of their territory with the heads and the skulls of their enemies.
That sounds great.
And Imbalia is what? The ruins of what again? What kind of ruins?
It's an ancient abandoned city.
That's up to you guys.
There's probably more money in Mbala.
Yeah. And at least it's kind of a more open for everyone and not swarms of goblins.
It is unfortunate that we have traveled the almost exact opposite direction to the way we need to go, and thus have wasted the last 2 days. But I mean, it is what it is.
There might be some more tribute at our statue when we go all the way back. So let's head to Mbala.
Well, while you are camping during the night, how far away from Vorn are you going to go?
I'm going to go with Gudrun, who said about an hour or two, so that seems reasonable to me. I don't have a reason to be near it unless somebody wanted to be for some reason. I mean, like I said, I don't see in the dark, so a campfire is generally a preferred thing for me if I'm going to keep watch, and having that near this guy would be very bad.
Okay, so we're gonna start heading south then. Okay, as you all set up camp and set watches and so forth, it's kind of quiet, which is a good thing. You know, it's no more quieter than normal. But, you know, it's a nice evening so far in the jungle. You hear a little bit of movement in the brushes, say like 10 feet away from where you're currently at.
And is that everybody, or who's on watch, or?
I can be on
let's-
watch if you want.
That'll work. And pull up the map. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the Jungle 2 map. Just because everybody's on it. But you hear noise coming from the southwest. And you hear an individual call out, and he's like, "Hello."
All right. I might go stealth just to kind of hide out in case something goes bad. Is that possible?
Yeah, at this point in time, you really don't have clear lines of sight, so he shouldn't have a clear line of sight on you, and you should be able to hide. And then when he gets close enough, we'll count that roll.
Oh, okay, got you.
And once again, hello, friends. We're friendly. We mean you no harm.
I just whispered to the party, I'm like, go see who it is. I'm going to hide over here.
Just wait in the bushes.
Okay, I call out. Okay, who comes there?
And out of the bushes, you see this gentleman. And as he's walking up, you hear motion behind him, and this creature appears behind him. And friends, we mean you no harm. We're friendly. Just seeking some companionship.
Is that a rare tortoise person?
Are you asking that out loud?
Oh, shoot. No, I'm just thinking to myself. Never mind.
Katerian will step forward there and say, well, greetings, sir. Come join us by the fire. I'm Katerian. What is your name?
I'm Artius Simmer. And this is my traveling companion, Dragon Bait. And, you know, they walk up. They're friendly but cautious.
And for those of us who have recently joined the party, should we assume that we have also accepted these same quests at some point?
No, actually, you
Okay.
were you were hired hands to plunder the treasures of Chult.
All right.
You may not have known that, you know, you were hired to go on a archaeological expedition, but overall that was the goal, was tomb robbing.
Do we recognize them from anywhere? Or?
You recognize the name. and he's actually one of your quest.
Our quests.
Yep, on the you were met by a half elf named Zandala, and she said that she was Artis's daughter, and he had went missing. Can you please find where my daddy is, or at least bring me back his magical trinket ring that has sentimental value?
Okay.
And she was a chick that had the little pseudo dragon around her neck.
Oh yeah, and she gave us a whole bunch of gold and stuff to do that.
Yeah, she paid for your canoe or something like that. Yeah, she gave you 100 gold pieces up front, and offered another 100 for the ring for her father.
Can I make a history roll to identify dragon bait?
Yeah, you sure can.
I know he looks. His race looks familiar somehow.
I think they skimped on his artwork.
Reminds me of those Celix in Land of the Lost.
Oh, Slee Stacks.
Yeah, Slee Sacks.
Yeah, I probably should have made my int higher.
You know that. What his actual character sheet says.
I have one question, character. So we know about the quest, right? That we should bring the guy or his ring back to the daughter. Everybody knows about that, right?
We never told them though.
Yeah, the new guys wouldn't know, but Gundram and Melech would.
All right.
And as far as your history on, you don't know this about him, but you know this about his race, and you know very little about his race.
Huh. Okay. I'll step out of the stealth attempt and kind of just wander over and stare at him.
And his language, you know, as they're approaching, you can see that he's talking to Artius, and you hear clicks and whistles. There's no words to any language that you've remotely even thought of.
It's a good thing I have awakened mind.
And, you know, Artist kind of looks at him and just nods, and they continue on in, and you know they're friendly, very non-threatening. And it's like, hi friends, we're glad to see you. We saw your fire and just wanted to know if we could join you for a little while.
I'm going to use awakened mind to talk to Dragonbait. Ask him what he's doing out in the wilds. If he knows anything about the golem.
Thank you for that. See what that does.
It makes me think that I probably shouldn't have got comprehend languages as a spell, but whatever.
You don't need to share a language with the creature for it to understand your But the creature must be able to understand at least one language. Okay. So dragon bait, where'd you go? Okay. And you were gonna ask him what?
I'm going to ask him what he's doing out here and if he knows anything about the golem's control amulet we ran across.
He says that they're out adventuring and no, he knows nothing about a golem control amulet. And
Right.
Artist says, so what brings you all out in the woods? And if you don't mind, I'm gonna step over here closer to your fire.
Not at all. Welcome, welcome.
I look to see if he's wearing a ring.
You do indeed notice that he is wearing a ring.
All right. Yeah, I guess. Okay, I don't know if I can say that loud. So, Arthur, what are you doing in the woods? What are you doing so far away from the cities?
We're just out exploring the jungle, just trying to find see what's out here and make a name for ourselves. And
Right, and are you normally based on what's the name of the city? I forgot. And Port Nien Saru?
close enough. Well, I've been here. I've been in the port for a while. This place is becoming home to me.
Right, and you left family behind in these adventures?
No, I sure haven't. You know.
Look, your daughter asked us to find you, and here you are. Are you going to come back with us, or?
Excuse me, my daughter?
Yep.
Don't you have a daughter?
You do have a daughter, don't you?
No, I do not.
Then someone is passing by your daughter and asking adventurers to find you. Do you know why?
Do you have enemies?
Don't we all?
Uh-huh.
And he's like, I didn't know anyone was looking for me.
Interesting.
Are you willing to sell the ring? She said she'd give us 100 gold for it.
Catherine, you are, you think he's telling the truth? Driscoll, you think he's being honest with you, but he's holding something back.
Okay.
Well, I guess we just got some free canoes. Time to move on, huh?
Well, yeah, it's suspicious. I wonder who was impersonating my daughter.
Do you want to give her a description of the lady and what she looked like and her little pet fairy dragon or whatever, a pseudo dragon?
Oh, okay. He just kind of shakes his head and he's like, I appreciate you all telling me that. And you're out here to find me?
That's partially what we're doing here.
Well, what's the other part, if you don't mind me asking, friend?
Do you know about the shield guardian called Vorn?
You don't mean that weird statue down the road, do you?
That's exactly what I mean.
Hey, have you seen the weird statue down the road? I have. That's all I know about it. I know the goblins seem to like it.
And then we found out that you, due to treasures and the whatever they call it. Give to them, the guardian.
Yeah, are those tributes at the foot of the Guardian? Do you know
Yeah,
anything
tributes.
about that?
Yeah, goblins, man. You know, those stupid things are probably worshiping it and think it's a god. But no, I didn't leave any tributes to a statue.
Okay, and then yeah, so we were thinking about move to what's the name of the city? Mbala.
Yes.
Yeah, and do you know something about the city?
Why are you going to Mbala? If only part of your mission is to find me, what's your other part, friend?
So we were also requested to destroy the soulmonger that seems to be casting a curse on this land. Do you know about it?
Oh, the soulmonger, the death curse. What are you talking about? And he seems genuinely perplexed. He's like, I've been out here in the woods for a little while. Have I missed something?
Yes, you have missed some. Seems there's a soulmonger, this artifact, causing a death curse that's afflicting anyone who have been raised from the dead and these people now they are vanishing, they are dying again.
Oh my
Losing
God,
their form.
that's horrible.
Exactly. So we are here up to also to try to find this artifact and maybe destroy and stop the curse. Any help is welcome, but also we would like to check what's in Mbala, get more information there.
He's like, I'll do what I can to, let's see,
Help us?
yeah, he's, I had no idea that all that was going on in the world. And, uh, I, I know a lot of old adventurers that were, unfortunately raised from the dead that this would help. And,
I'm gonna step up and ask him a minute. Hey, what's up with your friend there? He doesn't talk a lot. What's the deal with this guy?
he yells at Dragonbait, "Come here, buddy," and say hi to him. And uh, it is so high pitched that you can barely hear. It's right at the range of hearing, but it's all these clicks and whistles, and you see his mouth moving, and it's obvious he's saying something to you. And he goes, yeah, he doesn't speak our language.
Okay, all right, that's good.
And yeah, he relies a lot on scents, smells in order to uh, communicate. And like brimstone will mean confusion, or honeysuckle means concern.
Yeah, I can talk to him just fine.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. I'm sure he gets awful lonely just out traveling with me. I met him in the port sometime, and hey, we're sitting at the bar drinking, and I told him a story, and he looked at me and nodded and grabbed me by the arm and pretty much said, "Hey, let's go." And apparently he's been in the jungle quite a while. But yes, this soulmonger device does affect me, uh, just like You know, I'm sure you know people as well. So I'm more than happy to help. And what about you, Dragon Bait? And Dragon Bait just nods his head and gives what smile he can.
All right. So if you are willing to help us, let's take rest for the night, and then in the morning we go to Mbala.
And he's like, you know, Mbala might not be the best place.
Why not? Can you share this with us? We shared our story with you.
He's like, can I trust you guys? I mean, really?
We just tell you that we were hired to find you or your ring, and then now we just tell about the soulmonger, and we said that if you're willing to help, we would accept your help and could join us.
Just stitching up my hat.
If we trust you, you could trust us also.
Well, I'm going to tell you the real reason that I am out here in this horrible place of Chult. A long time ago, I fell in love with a woman from here. And she was from Mesro. And she had to return to her city one day to help protect it. And this was a long, long time ago. And in order to protect her city, well, you know, uh, the entire city disappeared. And, you know, I was told that she would be back. And, you know, I've waited all these years for her and her city to return on their own. And, well, I'm tired of waiting. So, you know, I've been out here searching for the means in order to find them. In order to find a way to bring them back. And, well, I haven't encountered, but I have discovered in my research that there is this ancient guardian Naga that goes by that name that may be able to help me. And this wise one may be able to help you. You've mentioned the soulmonger, but you haven't said that you've had to get anywhere in order to destroy it. So I'm thinking you probably don't know where it's at either. Am I right?
We have no idea. We've just been wandering around killing dinosaurs and goblins.
That's correct. So we were
We
still
got a hat.
yeah. we are we are looking for clues where to find a soulmonger, and that's our guide here you said that maybe Imbala could help us.
um, well, she is, from my research, she is located in or Orlunga. Anyone else want to give that a shot?
So what will be located in Orlunga, the soulmonger?
No, the Naga that he is seeking to get knowledge. You know, She's over thousands of years old. And, she's a fountain of useful information.
Can you
So,
put this in the map somehow?
from where you're at, it would be somewhere in the southwest direction. Either way, you're getting closer to Mbala, but it's a couple of days west of Mbala.
All right, guys.
But
What do you think?
he's confident that this Naga can help him and can probably help you out as well.
Does he know anything about Impala?
Yeah, tells us what you know about Mbala.
Let's see. I just know that it's rumor has it that it's a set of ruins. It was the town temple complex, and supposedly its citizens were devoured by a hag. And other than hearsay, a general direction like you, that's about all that I know about it.
Do you know where the city is?
Not specifically. I just know it's to the south of us.
Oh, I guess that's a new destination then. Let's pack up and head out.
But you got Mbala to the south, and you've got Orlunga to the west, southwest.
I propose then a deal then with Arthur. So we help you to go to Orlunga and support your quest, and then later on you help us to go to Mbala and find out what we can discover there about the Salmonger. You?
Yes. I'm good with that, and quite honestly, I think the Naga can probably help you. At least, maybe even give you a general location to look for the Soulmonger.
Are you guys fine with that? With this deal?
Before I give a definitive answer on that, from an out-of-character perspective, have we ever heard of a guardian naga, or what it is, or is it a good creature or evil, or any bit of information we may have heard in the past?
Let's see what you might.
I don't remember hearing anything about that.
Let's see. You know that they are like a race of giant snakes.
Well, snakes aren't evil, so that should be good.
Maybe the warlocks. I hate snakes.
You know that they are rumored to be intelligent and maybe even immortal.
Do they make good pets?
You can't remember anyone ever trying to make a pet.
So snakes and snakes that can't die. Alrighty.
You do know that they are rumored to be large creatures.
Well, I have no dislike of snakes at all, and would welcome the opportunity to attempt to speak with an intelligent one, so I am all about that. So I will say to, I think it was Gudrun who asked, Yeah, I mean, going to see a big snake is right up my alley, so I am certainly down.
All right, I guess I'm with you guys, but I'm not a big fan of snakes at all.
As Guns N' Roses would say, welcome to the jungle.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's help him, right?
Yeah, help him, and by extension, possibly help ourselves.
Can you tell us anything about the lady who was asking about you while we're getting ready to head out?
You know, not that I'm willing to share. Right now, I'll just say that, you know, every once in a while, people look for me. And he doesn't say anything else about the subject.
Okay, I cast comprehend languages, and then I I kind of like nip over to his buddy and ask him if he knows anything about the lady and describe her. It's dragon bait.
Dragon bait telepathically lets you know that he knows nothing.
Oh well.
He can
Worth a shot.
recommend a good bar in town, but not a good elven woman.
Want some stegosaurus jerky?
Yes, he's
And
very
some.
very excited to have dino jerky.
Did you just feed dino jerky to a dinosaur person?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Hey, Dragon Bait knows what it's like in the jungles. This is not his first trip, and it's not his first time eating dino meat either.
Yeah, it's Hugh flavored dino jerky.
And gentlemen, this is a really good place to call it for this game.
All right.
Alrighty.
Was fun.
At least I got a
Yeah.
hat.
Absolutely. And next Sunday, we will push on toward Orlunga.
Right.
All right, excellent. Thanks for
Cool.
having me join.
Yeah, not a
Thank you,
problem. I'm
guys.
glad you can
Thanks
make
for
it.
letting us in.
It was really, really fun to do.
Yep, sounds good.
Enjoyed it, and we'll see you all next week.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right, thanks.
See ya.
Thank
Bye.
you.
User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected from your channel.